Hello, Microsoft. Thank you for meeting with me today. I see you've brought some people with you to sit in the meeting, so if we haven't met, my name is Jerrel. I am a games developer and industry consultant. I'm not on anyone's side. My goals are to see the industry be as strong and healthy as possible. I want a focus on great gaming experiences for gamers at fair prices, healthy competition, and sustainable revenue for businesses. So Microsoft, you've recently announced your portable hardware, the Xbox ROG Ally and the Ally X. I want to go over the approach that you've taken and the products that you've announced. This is a strong direction to move in. You are off to a positive start. I want to discuss a recent trailer that you've posted with some game announcements, and I'll just take a look at some of the things here. So we've seen games announced, Moodang, Two Hearts, The Outer Worlds 2, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 plus 4, which is 7, Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I don't know why they didn't call it Call of Duty Black Ops 3 plus 4, because we're in love with math, it seems. Resonance, A Plague Tale Legacy, Ninja Gaiden 4, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle... I'm sorry, one moment. Yeah. Hey, who wrote up the list of games for me on my notes for today? The new intern? Kevin? Yeah, I'm going to need to talk to Kevin after the meeting. Okay, thanks. Sorry about that. I don't know how that got on the list here. We have a bunch of other games on the list here, but in terms of your presentation for that trailer, it was a little bit confusing. You see, the trailer double dips on announcing games. It will show a game for 1 second, cut to the next, and then it would repeat games as if it was trying to trick people into believing that there were more games being announced than there actually were. I feel that the cutting and editing of this trailer was too fast, too furious, and it felt a little bit dishonest that you were double dipping on showing games on screen. It would have been a better viewing experience and felt a bit more genuine to just show games one at a time, maybe in chunks of 4 or 5 seconds, instead of splitting them up into 1 seconds and distributing that out through the trailer. Overall, it's a good direction to take. So announcing games is good. Showing that you are focusing on games is a good direction. I want to discuss the Xbox ROG Ally, and the answer is a resounding yes. This is a strong direction to take, but this platform needs a strong interface with above average digital storefront. Your focus on this, it would behoove you to focus on discoverability for titles in your digital storefront and for new purchase suggestions based on customer preferences. What titles has the customer played? What titles are similar? Nintendo Switch eShop has a major weakness, and we've seen this on the Switch 2. The Switch 2 has been out for about 5 days now, and the weakness of the eShop is that the games lack genre, subgenre, and style sorting. There are no definitions for games to say this is a horror game, this is a retro 80s style game, this is a very cute game. There are no definitions for that in the eShop. And so Nintendo has added a recommendation system based on supposedly similar games that are not similar at all. For example, I was taking a look at the eShop for Switch 2 and received recommendations for games. And I'm going to just paraphrase a scenario here. I was recommended a game, and the console, the eShop, said something like, "We saw you downloaded the Captain Toad demo, so we think you'll love Resident Evil." Now, those games are not related in any particular way when it comes to appeal, but they both have puzzles. They are both action games, since Captain Toad seems to be defined as an action game. Resident Evil is also an action game. This is a major weakness for a digital storefront, and the suggestions that I have been receiving as a customer of the Nintendo eShop are quite weak. Sony's weaknesses are a focus on bloated, expensive live service titles, a lack of creative leadership that is able to see what their customers want, and a pattern of abandoning hardware after launch, such as we've seen with PS Vita and PS Portal. Sony seems to launch these and then say, you bought it, we don't care anymore. We have your money, thank you. So at this moment, with the Xbox ROG Ally and the Ally X, you are competing against Nintendo in the handheld market, but also against products similar to the Steam Deck. So at the moment, it would be very important for you to identify the weaknesses of your competitors and make a statement that your products and services are better. Follow through on that promise and do not just copy, improve. Your platform needs to be strong. You cannot afford to waffle. I'm not sure who on your team is advising you in terms of your brand image, but currently your brand is viewed as a bit aimless and meandering, and people are waiting for you to do something. I would strongly advise focus on funding small to medium-sized developers and get strong small to medium-sized game experiences launched on your platform exclusively as quickly as you can. Do not make Sony's mistake of over-investing in live service hero shooters. It's an oversaturated genre and gamers are getting burned out on that area of gaming. Nintendo is pumping out quality games at a fast rate. They are showing that they will be supporting the Switch 2 with games in a strong way, in a way that Microsoft and Sony have not shown. So Microsoft, you need to be able to show that your platform has strong games that are worth playing on an Xbox platform. Your selling points should point out the weaknesses of your competitors in the industry in a respectful and professional manner. Bringing your exclusive IP to other consoles, such as bringing Halo to Nintendo, will designate your brand as weak and desperate to make money. It will be seen as a betrayal to your longtime loyal customers who do not engage with the Nintendo brand. So in short, follow through on the Xbox ROG Ally. Make sure the user interface and the digital storefront are strong. Make sure they are better than your competitors. Focus on making strong, exclusive titles. They don't need to be giant, enormous, quadruple A titles that take 7 years to develop. You just need to get good games out there for your customers to play. Give your customers what they want. You are currently, and this is very important, you are currently not in a position to expand your audience right now. You are in a position where you need to reinforce your existing audience and bring back in any previous customers who have left your product ecosystem previously. You need to make sure that you are in a stronger position in the future so that at that point you can focus on expanding your audience through more accessible hardware and software with wider appeal. Thank you very much for meeting with me today. I appreciate your time. If you do need to get a hold of me for in-person consultation, you can ask around the industry and you should be able to get a hold of me that way. I've been Jerrel Dulay. Thank you very much. Be well.